That was a wild video. Went through a lot. Walked all around Vegas. Had to curse somebody. Had to bless someone else. Had someone confess their sins to me as a murderer. Very intense day. A lot of callbacks and loops and me understanding the way Gabriel is encoded in the Bible and what it means and how you learn these things and the covenant and the commandments and taking that shit serious. And I think I had a time limit, Composure Slim. Like YouTube wouldn't let me cook. And it feels like that happens so much. I hate that maybe it's a time of day thing for me. Maybe I'm more lit the later it is in terms of access, because yeah, it's quieter, less things in the air, less business, less other people, so it's a clearer signal. I just hate that once I get there, it's so late, and niggas gotta go to sleep. Me too, I guess. Not really, not in this world, but you know what I'm saying. To be try to keep my ways anchored in the old world where we used to be decent. Like, all right now, 10 o'clock. You know where your kids are, man? It's telling me we gotta go work in the morning at 5 or school or something, you know what I'm saying? Stuck in the old world. But AI, right? So yeah, I think I'll get it better at nighttime because I'm tired and the sun is down and the air is, the signal is clear too. I gotta write that down. Mm, that makes sense because we're connected to the moon now. The moon wasn't always there. Yeah, it's like we're given new rings or new kingdoms. Yeah, it's up to 3. This will be 4 then. We're about to get 4 rings, 4 kingdoms, 4 degrees. Some new might pop up in the sky type shit as Hall of Fame record. Big head note ticking too. We about to get another thing up there. Yeah, that's what this is. About the new horizon already. On Noah's promise on the rainbow we do. We unlocking shit. Like Fortnite too. I think that's what I was saying. And then the stream said, no, time limit is up. We need to siphon all this and make some content. All right, have fun with that shit. Shout out to Shogun, shout out to TFV, Ascending E, Composure Slim, everyone's still here. We got 11 and 4. How 11 people find us at this time of night and you don't hit the like button? Yo, you weird. Yo, 7 of you weird, bro. That's some weird nigga shit. Cut it out. King James cut that out. Only supposed to be like 5 people there. You got 9 extra people. You ain't hit the damn like button, weirdo. I got no battery though. Whoa, Gimbal. Whoa, Brian Gimbal. I'm thirsty for fucking soda today. I've been sick all weekend, so I ain't drinking any. That makes sense. Sometimes you gotta talk yourself through it. That pizza was delicious, by the way. I need to find out what the fuck that was, because that was as close as to New Jersey and New York as I'll get here. The cheese is wrong. The water. But everything else is right. The fuck was I talking about, yo? I was talking about something. I was cooking about something. Y'all can steer me in a different direction. If you want to find out something else, you let me know. You let me know when the dreams start dreaming and the sync starts syncing and you start seeing that shit loop to you on TV or on the radio or something in passing. You let me know when that shit start looping. You know what? The other day, earlier, I saw the thing, I heard the thing. And so that started happening, boy. Ooh, they in trouble. When the shit start echoing. And you already know, between us, you see how it's like it's indifferent to time and space. The gift that we have, the connection that we actually have, the one that we're just rediscovering, we sound like fucking colonial. We had to reconquist our own shit again. We had to get our own fucking XM radio signal back with each other. Like, these niggas evil. We got like to use training wheels, the black crystal for now, but that shit used to be on without it. Like, a nigga could do this And a nigga could be at the peace pipe at the TP and he can hear it in real time without being there. It's just a time of day thing. They just sync up to the same time, and like that's the way we would do it across chiefdom. And then the Morse code came when you start printing things and doing, physical artifacts. But when it was here, I feel like it was loud enough for everyone tuned in to hear it. I think that's what the peace pipe was, to help you. And whatever else they had, and whatever the diet they prepared, and once they set the flame in that obviously those moments you see in the paintings is Sabbath, because no one's working. They're observing them during Sabbath. That's why they're trying to figure out if they're Jews, because they're noticing they're not working on Saturday. They're building shit. They're in that time the 10 tribes are clearing out some ops and some giants and weird shit. There's all kind of animals here too, and expanding for the new family. For the growth, and they're observing this. They think we're like nomadic. It's like, nah, we're just searching for the perfect place to grow. Mind your business, ley lines. It's like, oh, they stop on Saturday. Yep, all the Indians don't stop on Saturday, but we did. That's what they caught on to. They try to figure out like which branch of that we come from, since they come from a place that says it's someone else. So they're like, oh, thousands of years ago. It's like, punk, it was 200 years before you wrote that book. Which is why they're not finished building yet. The fuck y'all got going on? They so weird. When you see the pictures again, you understand it. Like, that's them on Saturday. They're just selling on the peace pipe. That's Sabbath. You don't do nothing. That's why all the Indians aren't doing nothing. They're hunters anyway. You don't ever see no pictures of them hunting. You see a Native American hunting, as if that nigga could kill an ox. Shut the fuck up. Talking to me. David killing giants. These niggas can't kill no fucking ox by themselves. Shut the fuck up. Without weapons? Cut it the fuck out, boy. How they domesticate oxes that size by themselves without weapons from a white guy? Like, really think about it. The people I gotta reach for in Home Depot and shit to bring stuff to them told me they wrangled oxes for a living in the plains 500 years ago with no lights. Alright. I mean, if y'all believe shit like that, boy. We talking about ox. We talking about moose. You see how big a moose is? I don't think y'all realize how Tartarian mooses are. Mooses are Tartarian. Them animals are deceivingly huge. And you telling me a nigga that don't know if he Filipino or Mexican, granddad, smaller, less advanced, 500 years ago, was rounding up mooses and oxes and elephants. Like, that's the story though. The elephants and the empires of Mexico and Peru. Like, I got that book too. Like, well, our Genghis Khan's the elephants here. The little Mexican guy rose oxes, bulls, the real kind, the dire wolves. They hunted them for pelts, right, to make the blankets they be selling. They hunted animals bigger than me with stick fire, iron tip arrows, and tents made out of deerskin for hundreds of years. With the Holy Roman Empire on every coastal city, ports, boats, moors, and then the biggest pyramid ever in their backyard. You should be able to see it from anywhere close to it. And they never noticed that in their lores. White men bad. White men eat grass like rabbit. Shut up. We talking about why the fuck? Y'all talking about y'all corral mooses, dire wolves, Lions. We should have lions here. Camels. Like all the animals that are here in the Civil War. They don't mention none of that shit and they woo 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 woo. But they live exactly where that shit is. You got the land after the Civil War, dickhead. So those animals was there, you dickhead. You fucking asshole. Where the elephants at in they lore, nigga? Don't tell me it's the Hindu Indians that have elephants. Oh my God, can you imagine? Yeah, stupid. They try to take Hindu history and make it theirs because they're like, oh, they said Indian, so woo 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 woo, and yeah. These niggas is geeky, boy. They made a fucking Voltron of bullshit because they ass can't read English. Jesus Christ, Lord help them. They kill some fucking mooses and oxes to get by. Shut the fuck up. Ain't no way in Hades you be that damn light-skinned eating red meat like that. Ain't no way in Hades. But this is Tartarus. That's what I was saying. Tartarus. So the degree of Tartarus is below Hades. Let the dead bury the dead. Pharaohs are the kings of the living. Salute. They ain't talking about God's spirit. The holy breath that he blew into you when he created you. Which intonates that other things are not created the same way, which is why Jewish people think they're special, because they think it's them. We ain't got to do that. It's so much simpler than that. Who is reprobate and who is not? Because Jewish people act like they all the same blood or something. Weird story. Hard to keep up with. We got a lot of people that look like us, though. So you got to do a different story. And you got a lot of people that are us that don't look like us no more. Sad story. So you got to play the game different anyway. We do. You seen John being them niggas. So, all we have to really be a judge of in terms of characters is just simple. It's like, who observes anything that is written in accordance to our ancestors and God anyway. By now. Through all the Epstein files, through all the wars, through the famines, through the food stamps, through the jobs, through the economy, through COVID, through all the deaths, through all the grief, like through all of that. And we all here, same 24 hours in 2026, and they still don't have like this thing about God. Like, bro, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. For no one to turn to God through all of that, and that was just like, you know what I'm saying? That was just flash fear. That was like warning shit. Like locusts, you know what I'm saying? 7 bowls type shit. It wasn't even the real thing. That was like, what they call that shit? That wasn't the main course. That was a warm-up. They read Revelations, though. Oh, something's happening. The mark of the beast. Read the rest of it, stupid. What else are the conditions, stupid? Why you got a reprobate mind worrying about the mark of the beast? You need to worry about that reprobate mind first. Are you in the end times and you still ain't taking God serious? First of all, let's talk about these end time ass chosen ones. You in the end times. It's the end times chosen one. And the mark of the beast. And shut your ass up. You keeping the commandments? Oh, you don't know if you believe in Jesus yet. You still debating on whether he's white or if they're Gothic Christians. You ain't read none of that shit, did you? But they sell you on that shit as the end times real quick. End times is a Jew idea. You don't know what a Jew is. You just be saying shit, huh? Let the dead bury the dead. Every person that they went over to that side is dead anyway. I may be wasting my time beefing about it. 2 fools arguing in the distance. You can't tell which one is a fool. But that's what they talking about. Like shit like that. They're dead. Already. What is this man talking about HIV medication for? Y'all wake up, gang? Even at nighttime? You said they're oxtails. That's hilarious, brother. Coach Shoga said oxtails. Woo. Reek. Love from Australia. Hey. George says, I'm in. Mooses are massive. I know. Hunting a dire wolf is wild and making pelts out of it for a living. But couldn't fight little white people. It's the craziest story I've heard. I was going there. TBFB says, couldn't afford an ox on the Oregon Trail. We sat next to your kids, boy. Probably would make a badass coat, though. I know it would. We probably had them. Looking like Vikings and shit. Since we're up north, niggas don't like the cold. I seen on TV. As long as we be outside and smoke, we be out there. It's a cold winter. You niggas better bundle up. And that nigga got a big ass beard for that. He's telling the truth. There's some Moors I was talking about in New Jersey. Them freeway types. Those are different type of Moors. They're smaller, they're darker, but they're Moors. They grow beards too. They know something about something.
What's up?
Kingdoms. Amazing. That's beautiful. They're able to duplicate it in so many places. They gave them the formula, the blueprint, but they just used it in name only. They didn't follow the steps. But that's okay. They probably didn't assign them to do that for it to be. It's a preventative measure if you've done this before. You just knew that you needed the code spread out. Just like music. Well, they're going to sample it, they're going to steal it, whatever. I just need people to listen. And that's the only book left. That was genius on their part. They knew something was fishy. They had to. They had to. They had to literally see it coming. I wish they told us. I wish I found where that record is. Well, at 1650 to 1750 get fucked up. And in 1850 it's a wrap. And then these niggas show up lying. But 1650 seem more like it. 100 years prior, 100 year war. Worldwide. Hard to get backup if your backup failing you. That's what I don't understand. Those other people have to tell us what happened because we was here. We will never know. We can't listen to niggas that lie about us. They lied about them too. That's why it was like, it's weird to see them make Putin or Russia the enemy. And like when you pay attention to the list of crimes that they're mad about him, and you're like, yo, Donald Trump did that just in 2 months. So no, seriously, like you can ignore it. Like it's passionate when it's Putin. It's not passionate when it's you. You know, typical white contradiction, but no. That's not enough to hate Putin if you don't hate it in Trump or no one else, so, or Hillary even. What you hate about Putin for real? And then when you really look at that, like how Putin uses whatever that really is as his leverage, it gets weird. Like they're playing a psychological game too in front of everybody. Like they're being nice on camera, but they taking jabs in such a, well, it's so weird, bro. Because Putin will break code and start telling you the history of Tartaria and Russia for no reason and not like explain himself. And it's almost like he's compelled to, because we're watching now. It's almost like he's compelled to do that, but you know, they ain't got shit to do with what he got to do as a president, right? Like he's not, I don't know how tuned in he is, but he, as a vessel, if you will, that's responding to us, is interesting. Don't tell nobody that shit. They don't believe in magic. So yeah, like this shit is a little deeper than we imagined. That's all I'm gonna say about it. I got to tell, and if this is Tartarus, it makes way more sense. Like everybody ain't everybody here, bro. What I say, everybody ain't your neighbor. That's why it's so important that you find your neighbors and you treat them the right way, because that's really all you got. That's all you got. That's all you got. Ain't nothing else promised down here. This ain't that. This ain't heaven. This ain't the Garden of Eden either. This is the Survivor Series. And like, if you work together with the right people, you can make it just like heaven, like on earth as it is in heaven. But that's an or. That's like, you know what I'm saying? That's a conditional statement. It seemed like you gotta keep it coming in. You gotta make sure niggas following the rules. Observe Sabbath. Damn, man, can you keep a day holy, bitch? You gotta be able to, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be able to run that routine system-wide and build from that and watch what happens. Then you'll start flying around again. You feel me? As long as we have this contention and manipulation and greed, narcissism, routine, and mRNA, I guess, you can't expect that. Thus, whoever you got, hold on to that. That's just like the story, like I was saying, oh, this is like the story of Job for us. Because obviously God took the buffer off for this season, but then let them really, really touch us, like the ones talking here. So then it's kind of like, well, if we stick in, pause, and we don't betray God or curse God and like, wish for it all be over and wish He wasn't born, then what God promised us is that everything that we lost or didn't have or we're supposed to have, He would give us that and match it for our troubles. And if it wasn't for the elect's sake, I make that time shorter. So it's kind of like you feel like you've been suffering all your life, but as soon as you tune in, as soon as that light come on, like that should already tell you almost at the end of that shit, because there's light at the end of the tunnel. If your light coming on, then you at the end of the tunnel, ain't you? On Dante you are. On Dante's and on Pluto's cave you are. If the light turned on at a time like this, that means you're at the end of your tunnel. You feel me? You gotta let the dead bury the dead. Well, the dead is still in the cave. They still buried. Like, they back there. Don't turn around, sir. Like, I'm taking you to a new land. I'm taking you to Moab more. I'm near the Moab desert. Like, understand everything a little bit more. Like, it's not for everybody. Because it's written by sorcerers. That book, quite literally, the covenant and like those degrees they initiate is the first of it ever in written history, as far as we know. And it don't matter. I don't care if anyone got something else, because it'll be in our language. But it's an initiation, right? The mass they do, the eating the cracker and blood is like it's their evil initiation, right? They're initiating. But whereas if you look at the Bible, like upholding the covenant and like living that way and pushing shit that way and trying to re-synchronize, because you know what's right and wrong, but like now you have a guideline and you model yourself and your people and your tribe and your family and your town, your village like that, and it turns into something. And all the gifts, and you'll see it in your family, you'll see it in the people too. Like, it'll be conducive. It'll become synergetic once you're surrounded by the right people who are serious about it. But that in itself is an initiation across groups of people. So you have the personal hero journey shit, there's other shit that obviously we stumble into when we wake up, and then the societal thing. So like upholding the commandments for those 10 tribes of Israel, that is a group initiation. And they have to turn away from Baal, turn away from the old Pharaoh, turn away from the old ways, and then submit to this new idea, starting from zero. New diet, you fucking cannibals and animals and porkers. You gotta walk in the desert, burn it off, you're angry. And then now you gotta fight some giants. Mountains you can tell to jump in the ocean, you just split the ocean, but now you have attitude. So now you gotta work out the emotions, the trauma, overcoming the fact that you overcame some shit and you still ain't shit. We're gonna give you time, 2-3 generations. We're gonna send Joshua out. Joshua don't worry, we'll pass the baton forward. We are asking a lot of you. You just like drowned like half your family. Let's be reasonable. But if you keep going, because there's an initiation, multiple steps. It's almost like a Ponzi scheme, but it actually takes you to the top of the pyramid. And if you upkeep these things, you don't curse God, and you don't go back to the bullshit, and you stop killing people and doing dumb shit and greedy shit and gangster gambling shit, and you can stay alive and multiply and knock out the heads off of these kids, and then you can have all this shit and more. And that's exactly what happened. Do it so much, you end up with... I noticed they got a bunch of frauds and presidents. That's what I fucking thought. Because that's the gag. These kingdoms ain't... It's up to whoever big homie putting them. That's right. At least they got the part right. So yeah, that's why the castles are vacant. But anyway, took the shields off of us. We ain't in the castles no more. We're not protected by our walled cities. We're not Attack on Titan enough. This time, we're surrounded on the mainland by little people that eat people who have certain blood. I didn't have to go to my father's basement to find that secret. Assassin's Creed told us enough. They said, look, there's something about our blood. Oh, Epstein. Oh, something about our blood. Adrenochrome. Something about our blood. Stem cells. Something about our blood. Henrietta Lacks. Something about our blood. Something about our blood. Something about our blood. All these letters, something about our blood. That's crazy. Melanin comfort, something about our blood. NASA, we need it. Something about our blood. Quantum qubit chips, we need it. Something about our blood. Something about our blood. Something about our blood. Where our blood come from again? Now, what the Bible about? All right, now. So you tie all that up and you see all the evidence in real life. Like, there's something about our blood for real. And the book be telling you, like, yo, there's something about your blood for real. Take it easy. Like, in real life, it's something about our blood for real. And in the Bible, it's like, yo, this is something about your blood for real. Like, just do it like that. You ain't gotta argue about no white people. In real life, everything about our blood for real. mRNA and everything before it. In the Bible, everything about the blood for real. Hold on. The blood of Christ, shut your ass up. And the Bible is about the bloodlines of Jacob for real. And in real life, it's about the bloodline of Jacob's still. Hold on, just walk with me. The Bible is about the blood of Israel. Judah, the lion of Israel. Genghis, Jesus, same story. It's about the blood of Israelites, Afro-Asiatics. And in real life, what are they doing? All their sins are against what? The blood of Afro-Asiatics. One more time, say it with me. The Bible is about the blood of the Afro-Asiatics. And the experience outside the Bible, no matter what time it really is about fuck the Afro-Asiatics and their bloodlines, right? So far go. From the abortion to the fucking blood testing, to Tuskegee, to mRNA, to all that shit, to all the diseases, all the pharmaceuticals, all the Fauci, all the HIV. It's all about our blood for real, right? They never try to take away our calf muscles. They never try to get them. They never try to make us smarter. They don't try to make us bigger. They just care about our blood for real, making medicines out of our blood, tasty blood treats, adrenochrome, blood treatment on their face, like blood. You gotta really pay attention to that. That if nothing in that Bible is real, then why is everything still about our blood for real? If God in the Bible is not real, then how are there rituals against the God of the Bible still? Like, why is everything anti the thing that's not real for all these atheists and non-believers? Why do you have a thing that's anti the thing that's real using the blood of the things that are real? I just want to understand something. Damn, Israel, can you not see it? See it one more time. Everything's about our blood for real. And they don't have it, obviously, because they don't have our blood for real. All right. Now in that Bible, it talks about these people that have this blood for real, and no one else got it. Still, all right. So in real life, before you read that Bible, you understand that everybody got a problem with your blood, Chris. But they can't tell you what it was. But they said, we start from caves and monkeys, and then you just go from there. Where our Bible start? Oh, no. What did God say? Well, if you find out there's something about your blood still, there was something about your blood in that Bible too. That's how you know if it's you. Shitting me. That one easy. Shit, you could do that at the Sunday church for free. That's a hat trick. How do you deduce it's you? Bitch ass nigga. They ain't using your blood for shit. Your blood ain't saving no lives. Your blood ain't making no vaccines. Your blood ain't powering no chips. Your blood ain't coating no spaceships. Your blood ain't in the Planned Parenthood. Your blood ain't in the vaccine. Your blood ain't shit for real. Read our book. It's about blood and wineskins and bottles. And you're like, oh shit, we got that blood for real. One of my niggas' organs don't listen. They think niggas is delicious. There's something in the blood for real. Do you like the taste of blood? I'm an actress. Ooh, nigga baby blood. Ooh. Some niggas taste different too, but they all look the same. Remember that one nigga we had that one time? Yeah, what was different about them? Well, you know, they all look the same, Jamal. Yeah, there's something about our blood for real. They be killing all the wrong people for it. It's so good. It's so interesting that they'll raise a village of the wrong niggas just to realize they're the wrong niggas and do it all over again. There's something about the blood for real, man. Like, yo, they got old blood type? No, they don't. We got the rhesus monkey in our blood? No, we don't. All right, so it's something about our blood for real. Just really do. Be serious. Be serious with these people. They're being serious about eating us. Like, it's something about their blood. Monkey blood. Can't save nobody blood. But then there's something about our blood still. Our blood heals. Like, that's what we're just flexing humanity. Our blood heals everybody. Who can save us? You feel me? They feel like they're evolution of man or monkeys. Well, why is it that my blood saves you and you can't save me with yours? You're God's chosen people. You sure? Your blood don't save nobody. What did he choose you for? That makes sense, right? Their blood don't save nobody. The rent is like, well, don't stop him. That is what's going on. The rent is always late in here, brother. How you doing? That smell like your boyfriend booty? Jester, how you doing? We hit by the blood, they, the community, resistance and progress. Peace to made by most. Shout to Jonathan Lee. Yeah, it's something about our blood for real. That's it. They gonna argue with their mama. Like, mama, why our blood ain't shit? Why our melanin ain't worth nothing? Think about that. As a rare earth mineral. I'm a walking rare earth mineral, ain't we? Aren't we the most valuable things under a microscope so far in human history, according to white people and Jewish scientists? Between our melanin and our blood, it's the most valuable thing in this world to a living thing, isn't it? The most valuable thing to white people is our melanin and our blood. 3 in the chat. You come across that science so far. Most people ain't, they ain't do chemistry and mRNA yet. They ran to get the shot, so. You understand why our blood is different? That they make vaccines out of our blood and not theirs or anyone else's? Like, niggas be sleep. Niggas be sleep like, oh, we ain't shit, we slaves. What are you talking about? That you don't get blood, you don't get life-saving universal blood from being a slave. You can't save these pork-ass people because you're the slave. Because you're the monkey. Because you came from caves. Your blood wouldn't save them. Their blood will kill us. Our women abort their babies naturally. There is no supremacy story to tell here. The white supremacy is like, imagine if you forgot who you was and you pretended I was Jesus and his friends. But meanwhile, your blood sucks. You age like milk. Why? And it's weird that they don't have that answer for themselves. And it's Einstein theory of relativity. You only notice that next to us. Why? If you've been here as long as us, why would we be aging differently? I'm 40. Why would we be aging differently if you're older than us? If you taught us something, how is that even possible? As within, so without. Supreme at lying, cheating, and stealing. Kill, steal, destroy. Keep your hands off me, though. Touch not my anointed. It'll go bad for your whole bloodline. Word to Eddie Guerrero. That's crazy. I was just thinking about him. I said to myself, he was in my dream. I said, I gotta remember with someone like Eddie Guerrero. That's crazy you said that. That was in my dream. I said Rampage Jackson was one part, and it was like Eddie Guerrero or Macho Man. One of them was in the other part. They were telling me something. Like teaching me, like a lesson. It was weird. I was like, why is there wrestlers and fighters in my dreams? Oh, I'm talking about fighting. Oh, Rampage Jackson's alive, though. That other guy, though. That could have been a spirit. It reminded me of that dream. I just had, it was either last night or the night before. Crazy story. Eddie Guerrero. I mean, he's part white. Huh. Yeah. They're dead guys. They're dead, that's all. And the sooner you quantize that for yourself, you stop looking at something like you lost something. You start realizing you won something. You want something very precious and hard-earned. Somehow or another, your path led you to awareness that you're not quite like everyone else because everyone else seems to be the same type of zombie or mummy now. Their relativity. And as you evaluate it, you're like, it's not just a you thing, it's they're off the same way. You start triangulating, and you hear my story about my people, and you see other people's story about the people, and you're like, oh shit, they all turned off the same way. We're all describing the same reactions and the same emotional analyzation, like betrayal, it's weird, Like, oh, we all getting hit the same way. But really, when you get the polarity right with God, at least, no, you're not. That thing you're feeling, that rejection you're feeling, poetically, they're saving you. They're just there to tell you, or I look at it even more beautiful than that, because nothing's wasted. It's not about the end of their story. It might just be the beginning of your story with something better. Might be the beginning of what God's about to do for you finally, after this Job trial we've all been through, this generation especially. There's not too many other generations in on this awareness, this conversation, this video, me, nothing, you. But for those of you and those who are not here who can still hear me, there's plenty of people that can still hear me that don't watch, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's obvious. But shout out to y'all. But how I deal with it so you don't get caught up in loops of journals and healing journeys about your past, about people and situations and things that have ends to it. It's not, I don't even look at it like Aunt Viv. It's not even seasonal people and seasons like that. That's all the considerations to describe an old world without God showing up, like without God being the obvious elephant in the moment we are in. All that stuff worked for them in those generations. We're right here. We're in Revelations again. So for it to be revealed to you that you're not quite like that, you're not quite like them, you're separating yourself from narcissistic relationships, the economy and the jobs doing what they're doing, you're learning how to be humble and deal with what you got and thankful, and God's going to do greater on Job. But you're in that position. You're in that position that you're hoping that something breaks, like better, like you're holding on and something's about to, you haven't given up. You haven't cursed God. You haven't killed yourself. Millionaire farmers who could just sell everything and live on an island in Mexico somewhere, dying, killing themselves. Crypto bros, fuck it, nigga. You got enough money right now to disappear for a little while. No, let me kill myself. Like, it's a very fragile type of vessels. When they burst early in life, get the things, 27 clubs, you heard about it. But just all those degrees where people hit the, and then look at them. It's not a judgment though. I'm just saying, like, I kind of celebrate the fact that they got in, experienced all that, bad bitches, fast cars, and they're dead. They don't have to live through this. The settings and the intensity gets a lot worse as you get older. A lot of them people was checked out way before they could see this. Can you imagine Martin Luther King's chagrin? Or Malcolm X's? Or Noble Drew Ali's? Like, sometimes death saved them. There's some things worse than dying. Like seeing all your niggas become cowards. If you ask anyone real. So you got a point where everyone's turning into cowards. You got the pedophiles, the baby eaters, the people who've been lying about the money, the people who've been lying about identities, and the fact that the country's been insolvent for at least 100 years. And playing in your face, playing with taxes, Grace Commission report, gangsters, homosexuals, all kind of weird shit, and hand of women, probably black ones. Well, however that dimension goes, you're not even in that class no more. Like, people, you'll see it, Gen Z and them, they pulling up the class now like, oh shit, did you know about this? Did you hear about that? And it's like it started over again, right? Like, they started back at Mandela Effect, they started back at like Epstein, Pizzagate, like just the fact that reptilians run the world, eating babies and raping bitches. Like, this is those degrees is what it's ever been since the Bible. But they're tuned in. They're starting at the beginning. Now it's frustrating me and people like us because we've been on this and people gaslit us like we bugging. But now that's the front row discussion. Cool. As I'm learning how to phase out of this, that's what it needs to be. theory of relativity, though. We're past that then. Imagine it. They're younger too, perhaps. Younger than me. So, let them cook. But that wasn't, what they're cooking is like, it's a weird degree because they're not going to catch up to this. That's just going to be the new norm because that's what it is. They're not waking up. That is what it is. We're past that. They're not 3 a.m. yet. It's like 6 a.m. on our clock. We're waking up, like the sun is out already. They're just waking up to the fact of the conspiracy of what life is. That's not waking up, nigga. That's not being sleep. Niggas have been asleep. Niggas haven't woken up. Those are two different things. You in class the whole time. Your ass was asleep in class. You didn't see the signs in due time. Now you're like, oh shit. What's it? Oh, we on a test? Yeah, come on, nigga. This ain't one of them dreams. That's them. They can't dream no more. The American dream is gone. The fun is gone. The drinks is gone. The drugs is gone. The fucking is gone. The love and the drama and the chemicals, the oxytocin is gone. They ain't up, no niggas. They stuck on stupid. Of course everyone's a monster and pedophile. Did you read what they did to black people and Indians? Cool. They're just going to be further along than before. And they're stuck on the fact that all these monsters are involved. And that's all that's ever been involved. So they're going through this great awakening. And now they're in the mirror of it looking at themselves. That look like my mom. That look like my dad. I voted for them. I voted for those. I've heard this before. I ignored it. I worked for him. I tried to be in that modeling agency. That's different than what we learned. We weren't affected that way with that same information. They're making connections wider now. That's not a bad thing because it's inevitable. But you understand, just like they don't do dance and rhythm and music and all that shit the same, they do something different. And we get, since we are awake to it, we get to witness how it happens now. That awakening ain't happening to us. That shit's happening to them. And it's not an awakening. It's something like it, relativity. They're not woke. It's not a flex. You know what I'm saying? That's not what woke is. A woke person wouldn't react to this information the way they are. They missed a woke step. They're aware that evil people run everything and always did. And it's not a movie anymore. It's real life. Since the evil people who are in real life make the movies you're like, yes, it's all them. Thank you. Oh, raise your hand. You have a question? Are you paying attention? Oh, you notice there's weather outside. Different than the classroom, huh? Yeah, that tends to happen. We built structures for this reason. So anyway, it's such a one-dimensional life if they never built structures. That explains everything. So yeah, they're waking up to themselves and not even anything spiritual. I think that's what I'm trying to say. That's not a spiritual awakening. That's a social awakening. That's an MK Ultra breaking. That's a loss of narrative, media. It's a failure of government. That's not an awakening. The government can fail and your ass can still be asleep. And we're telling you as people who are woke, who are around other people who ought to be awoker than that, and they're sleeping. So I could tell you, just by polarity, nah, they ain't awake. I'm around niggas who've been woke, who are sleeping. They're not even that yet, so no. They're not awake. It's sad that the people that we know, Hotep and everything in between us, they all sleep though. Again. Like they went, I don't know how. At first I thought it was the grief of COVID and the lockdowns and losing people, like a normal person with empathy. But then you were like, nah, don't really act like that. Maybe they didn't give a fuck about those people anyway. Maybe they're disappointed they didn't get no money. Family members will snake you out of life insurance policies. Raise your hand if you've been affected. I wonder sometimes, to them, is it worth it? For all the families. I keep hearing this story from so many different ones of us. Like all the families went retarded in the last 7 years over policies and benefits and like snaking people. Like then they wonder like what's happening to the money system? Like because you motherfuckers use it to snake your own family members. That's way before we get to Epstein Island. Like 3 in the chat, you know what I'm talking about. Have you heard a story in the last 7 years where people like snaking their family members out of life insurance policies and weird shit with old people and dying people and family members supposed to get something, didn't get something, someone sold something, they ain't supposed to sell it, didn't tell a hunt or something like that. I'm talking about in 7 years. I'm talking about the last 7 years. I know that's a story as old as paperwork, but I'm talking about like in the last 7 years, you notice like there's a heavy-handed dose of it. There's a heavy-handed dose of that. And we don't have the Netflix documentary about that yet. Oprah skipped a step. Like when we come to this conversation of no contact and like why people seem odd lately, it's like a lot of people take for granted for like a lot of people just woke up during the worst time of life, the pandemic, job loss, relationship splits, fucking red pill content, fucking president's gay, and all this other shit between us, wars, famines, the cost of everything, and then on top of that, to have day one niggas snake you out on some money. At that time, like at a time like that, like global pandemic and like all kind of crazy shit, real people dying, real shit fucked up and weird, and niggas that's supposed to love you got time to plot and snake you. And sometimes worse, from what I'm learning. Well, Kim said I'm going through that life insurance shit now. George Justice Ray said even longer than 7 years. No. I know this story is old as paperwork. People, bartering Indian lands with the paper with the white man. I get that. No. I ain't, yes, but no. Like, bro, that shit old as people who had land and islands. No. What I'm talking about is like people today can put life insurance on anybody and then snaking people off of that. And then other people who try to live a good life and leave something to everybody or somebody who they know be responsible, some other dickhead find a way and plan and plot how to snake that. You can't even go to their funeral sometimes. You don't get a phone call. You don't even hear from certain niggas again. You're like, my nigga, it's so wild, you don't even know what's going to you. Record company shenanigans on Shogun. Yeah, it be so wild, they know about it before you do. It be so wild, they plotting on this shit before the person died, and before the person that died can even tell you. Like, in the last 7 years. Like, I'm talking about that shit. Like, that shit evil, bro. Like, that shit worse than anything I've heard so far from the world. Because we ain't talking about people in the world, are we? Nah, we talking about our own people. And that's a different story. That's the hardest part of this story. Because God gotta make an example out of them. Always does. Oldest story in the book, man. At a time like this. Like, y'all 401 Ahab for real, bro. I just hope they know what that means. I hope it was worth it. But it's helped us. What I'm saying is, like, that's an awakening. If you made it to the other side of one of those stories recently, again, even, amidst everything else that everyone hit, plus the culling, plus the wheat and chaff, plus the trumpets, plus the obvious fallout of shit we've been adding up, like, plus all of that, like, all of that at once, and then the universe had one more for you, to have people you care about betray you over dumb shit. That's like God, that's like saying God must love you. You know how I know? A, because we survived it, and B, because those people have always been those people. That's the most jarring, I think, thing for a lot of people to accept. I hear people, grown people out here, be looping over someone that hurt them a long time. I was like, it's a narcissist. It wasn't personal. It's nothing you to shut up. Stop looping. Yes, it was always going to be that way. They were always that person. Time was running out system-wide for people, it seemed. Remember, it's PTS for me and you, but it's PTSD for a narcissist too. The jobs, this, that. I gotta get money somehow. I might as well accelerate some deaths and plot some bullshit and steal some shit. We ain't got no time left, it seems. And I'm getting old. But they spent all those other previous 30, 40, 50, 60 years on code with Christ in the church and Sundays and all that weird shit they used to send in when they call a 100 number and get a weird prayer cloth ass niggas. You know what I'm talking about? You gotta go to an Easter on a midnight type niggas. You know what I'm talking about? We doing Christmas this way, but now we don't do Christmas. We want to do holidays. Now we Jehovah Witnesses or Hebrew Israelites. There ain't no light in there. Trust me, I've been around. I let the dead bury the dead. I ain't a fool. I read the Bible too. More than one read at a time. That's what I'm saying. It's like, that's God's gift to us, though. You gotta understand that. Like, every gift ain't got a bow in it. Like, what's a bigger gift than freedom? In the land of the dead, my brothers. You in Egypt. That degree to understand what I just said and what you've been through, and like, you'll get through the other side of it once you accept that shit. It frees you from them. That land, that house, that money isn't a cursed item. Because look what it did to everybody. Ain't about who got the money. Ain't about the money, is it? It's about, look what people did to the family or the friends or the relationships over it for the love of money. It is the root of all evil. So we start with the money, and let's get to the root of who did it. The root of all evil is the person that loved the money the most. Get it? The root of all the evil in your family currently are the people who love the money the most. Do you get it? The root of all evil will always be the people in your family and group that love money the most. One more time. Were you betrayed recently by people in your family that seem to love money more than you? 3 in the chat. Don't be afraid. You think your family watching this video? You were snaked out by people who love money more than you. And the way they did it turned out to be evil. The way it turned people and ruined fucking future gatherings and all kind of other weird shit, I'm sure. Beefs, lies, Facebook posts. Come on, talk to me. Niggas talking to you like you funny. Like, motherfucker, you ain't even got my side of the story yet. But you know how lies work. Flying monkeys. All right, so think about that root of that evil as a seed. Now you make it grow into a tree, and all them other people, you notice that's their leaves. You call it a flying monkey. Well, it's a flying monkey on that tree, where the root of all evil is. You see the gift? George Desiree. That shit's almost a riddle. You saying the people that snaked you, you love money more than them? The root, the love of money is the root of all evil. I asked, did the people who snake you love money more than you? You said not sure. Wow. Yeah, you got to think about that diversity. If you love money more than everyone else, including the people that snaked you out of money, the root of evil, like, you at the top of the shelf, ain't you? So, you understand it. It's literal. It's math. It's quantum. The root of all evil will be someone who loves money. It's algebra. You do x plus y equals z or z minus y equals x. Yeah. If you want to find the root of all the evil in a situation, find out the person that loves money. That's what a lot of drug dealers and you hear this is trope. Like, the number one mistake bad people make is underestimating how greedy the others are. Like Stringer Bell and Avon. Or fucking the price of the brick went up. they all underestimated how greedy someone can be. They were trying to go in queen, peace, dividing the blocks, normalization. We got enough. We can grow this way. And then someone else shows up that's a little bit more greedier than that and is willing to fuck up everything else. For the root of all evil is the nigga that loves money more than you. So you get in a relationship with a woman. It turns out evil, bitter, toxic. Why? She probably loved money more than you. She probably loved your money more than she loved you. 3 in the chat if I'm preaching to you. Them relationships be failing because them bitches love the money more than they love you, correct? They leaving for more money or 150, you know what I'm saying, is money, right? They love the money. They never say they love men. They never say they love their husband. They never said they love their baby daddy. There's never love in the conversation, so nobody should ever be confused about what the dead are. The dead don't get love. They don't have it. They don't have the cannabinoid receptors for what that is in real life. So it's not even a piece of their conversation. They have no feeling to trigger it when they're thinking even. Nothing is filtered by love in their own brain is what I'm saying. They don't need an audience. You don't need a man. They don't even mention it. Like, it doesn't even come up in their own rigmarole about what they need in life. Like, love is never in the conversation. But money is. You see what I just did again? Like, that's the same story, right? I'll read it again. For the root of all evil is the love of money. The love of money is the root of all evil. For the root of all evil is the love of money. Like, for the root of all evil are the lovers of money. All right, now, what happens if we check that Epstein list? You think those are the people that love money a little bit more than everyone else? Trump, Epstein, Clintons, Bush family, the Saudis, Israel, Mossad, Jewish bankers, Federal Reserve. You see what I've done? You see how it keeps happening like that? Like, it's math. It's Scabro. It's algebra. It's law. It's true. What do you mean, what if God's real? That one maxim right there solves all of the problems. For the root of all evil is narcissism. And there's nothing that a narcissist loves more than money. So now we start doing compound things like a tribe, call, quest. The dead are usually narcissistic. Serpents are usually narcissistic. The devil's usually narcissistic. Judas is usually narcissistic. The dead's usually narcissistic. Oh, and the root of all evil is the love of money. And what are all narcissists have in common? They will snake you for some fucking money. 3 in the chat. If I'm preaching. Because you're going to see how easy this is. It's a Rubik's Cube of truth. It's a Rubik's Cube of truth. You can't even argue it. You can't weigh it out with nothing else either. Because it's already said. It's already written. It's nothing new under the sun. Is it not written? And it's the same book written. And we reading it again in a different timeline. But it's the same damn symptoms, right? And you look at how much of this symptom in this system that we live in, this generation, the shit we went through, and look at what we're going through. Now use your reference manual and look what you're going through. You at the fucking beginning with some niggas who love money more than people still after all we've been through. Again, just in the last 7 years. Tartarus, man. What's more hellish than doing the same thing over and over again for eternity? Because niggas don't listen. This shit would loop anything for eternity, even heaven. But motherfuckers keep coming here to loop nigga shit. That's how dope this place could be. But it keeps turning into, oh, I love money more than people, so I'm willing to snake and narc out and go survival mode over money. That's fake to begin with, but I believe it's real. Your narcissism is a fucking nocebo effect. Fucking Pablo dog ass niggas. The dead. So you understand what awakening and revelations is. It's like you understand that there's nothing new under the sun because you understand that everything that's not with God is the same. It's dead. The flavor is dead. The life is dead. The fun is dead. The sport is dead. Everything that's not with God is dead. What I'm saying is it's always been that way. I'm just showing you how magic works. I break spells. It's a whole different category I'm in. Nothing has changed since that book was written, and you just experienced it again. So what gets us away from that vibration where you can see it so clearly to like, what the fuck we been doing for our whole life, and what the ancestors, grandma, what the fuck going on? Mm-hmm. What they all have in common? How do they handle us, right? They positioned us what? For the best chances for us to be good enough to earn money. Everything that your parents and your guardians and your community guided you is the best way for you to do what? To get money. Not the best way to love, not the best way to reciprocate, not the best way to build. And the people who talk about they got good parents, what do good parents teach them? All that other shit about humanity and humbleness and sharing. But everybody else is like, get money, get smart. Don't you do that. Don't you get locked up. You can't afford that. No. Don't waste your money. Make sure you get money. All right, now save your money. Your money. Like all that every time they see you, your money, your job, your money. That relationship, that guy, he got money, the money. Like everything around with money. Oh, that vacation, that money. Oh, you got that money. Black Friday, that money. Tax return, that money. Oh shit, it's 1st and 15th, the money. The money, man. It's the money. That's the biggest drug in this fucking world. Niggas fucking overthrew a bunch of Indians over taxes. The money. Where's the racism come from? Bitch, you lost your damn mind over 10 cents. Do they read their own story? You lost your fucking faggot ass mind over 10 cents on some tea you don't gotta buy. That's the beginning of everyone's goddamn lie here. How important a penny is. A penny is worth overthrowing a kingdom into the bottom of a harbor. Did y'all hear what the fuck I just said, right? And you're like, whoa. The whole United States story is that it exists because niggas didn't want to cough up 10 cents over some optional tea they didn't have to buy. Indians are dead. Africans are slaves. And everything fucked up and homosexual and pedophilic because niggas thought it unwise to raise a 10-cent tax on some tea no one had to buy. That's the story of why the fuck I'm in captivity with the U.S. citizenship, right? Is that some other bitch-ass niggas, foreign immigrants somewhere in this world between Britain, Indians, France, Canada, and King John 100 years prior, we forgot that story, but it pivots off the fact that motherfuckers didn't have a dime. You see how much motherfucker bitch pay for Starbucks? How come you guys aren't doing anything? How come you're not revolting? The people who revolted allegedly in your story revolted over a dime. A dime, guys. Christians and dimes. Catholics and dimes. You guys revolted 250 years ago over dimes. You only pay that tariff on a product from the king you're buying it from. You said you revolted against kings because their products, which were superior, costed 10% more to get to you in time. This is why we're living in this current lie, right? 3 in the chat, right? The Boston Tea Party over a dime, right? They didn't want to pay a dime for a tea that you ain't got to drink, right? And that makes sense to everyone in this magic spell. That a nigga who ain't got to drink tea didn't want to pay the tea tax in Boston. And somehow niggas in 50 states are captive to white people. Swear to God, that ain't the story. No, swear to God, that ain't the story, because they ain't no other story, shorty, for us to be slaves and captives. Is that some faggot somewhere in Boston freaked and fagged the fuck out over a 10-cent raise on tea or opium, and somehow that ended up in 50 estates of Indians being indentured and citizens. Did you hear the fuck I said? Most people don't even understand what I said. This nigga's talking about now we got 50 cents. He's not even there. You gotta let the dead bury the dead. You see what I'm saying? They have no idea what I'm talking about. Most people don't. That's my problem. I'm the boy in the bubble. But I'm grateful for you, those of you who understand what I'm saying as clearly as I can say to you. I'm only using King James English. Like what I'm saying is like, this is the result of a 10% increase on tea and opium. And the dollar is 97% devalued. Yo, you know how long ago 10 cents was? Why do they think there's going to be a revolution? This negative 38 trillion. You killed all my family over 10 cents. You owe negative 38 trillion. You killed my family and my family's families and our niggas and the leaders over 10 cents, you said. The United States is right after you killing all of us because of 10 cents on tea you don't have to drink from a foreign land. You're in fucking America and Mexico. You know you can grow tea here? But you got a British tea from China into Boston and killed 50 states of Indians and made it yours over 10 cents on tea. It's a story that you told me and my people. And your racism, your hatred, and your water hoses, and the hangings and the lynchings all pour down after 10 cents on British tea from Boston. You probably never even drank in your family. Imagine that. That's the foundation of the United States. A 10% tea tax in Boston on some Chinese opium. How are Indians and African Americans citizens based on any of those variables? Exactly. You're not. The United States does not exist. Just like that money doesn't. Freddy Krueger, I told you this for years. It's you guys. Once you stop believing it, it's like Inception. The whole thing starts falling apart. 3 in the chat if you've been with me for years and you notice what I'm talking about. Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy Krueger, Inception. The more we decide to see for what it is, the more that it is. As within, so without. As a man think of his heart, so to see. You do these things and more. Greater he is in you than is in the world. Be in this world, not of this world. Like, and you understand, like, that's the setup. I'm just showing you what I learned how to do with it. They ain't teach that shit. But that one right there, that's on me. That's why I do these videos. I just want someone to see it, man. That's what I wanted to see as a kid. But they always talk about this stuff. What does it look like? Who are these people? What is it? You know, any of it, any degree of it. That's why I do what I do. Like, okay, watch this. Now I know why I can do that. Before it was just like, this is weird. Am I dead? It make you actually, am I here by myself in my own simulation? It's like some type of personal hell. Like, as you level up, you start to wake up or get out of it. Metempsychosis, like you're like, oh, I'm ready. Like as soon as you figure, like a dream, like as soon as you start to get comfortable in your dream, you wake up. It's like that on purpose. Same thing when you start a dream. You're just in the middle of the dream. You never at the start of it. And then when you get out the dream, it's like some more exciting shit about to go on. Listen. Your dreams are going on for eternity. George Ezra says, money is the root of fuckery. TB said he noticed it. George Ezra noticed it. Charlotte noticed it. 10 cents is not a clinching amount. That's probably why it got fucked up. No. That's not what happened. That's when I'm pointing to you, that event is one of many fucked up events. What I'm saying, that's the only event they benchmark to justify the United States being here. And their whole idea of taxation, representation, and all that shit. And right now, they all participate and have participated for over 100 years in a situation of where there's taxation without representation. And they've watched it on the news for 100 years in a row. With us. You know, Dred Scott's. I'm pointing out the irony of the system to explain to you why it collapsed already. I'm just telling you why it collapsed. It's like the opposite of what the person in the Matrix said. Like Neo was like, why did I do that? You're not here to, you already decided. You're just here to see why you did it. This is the other way. Tenet. This collapsed already. It's buffering. I'm explaining to you how it collapsed. God sends judgments because he already made a judgment. That book is explaining what happened to people. The 10 tribes of Israel don't know what happened to them. So they wrote about it. Like, oh, that's why dad went that way, and that's why, that fight happened. Oh, that's what that sound was. In real time, they bullshitting. You seen it. Moses knows what's happened. Moses forwards it to Aaron. Gabrielle knows what's happened. She's behind all of it. It's her language. It's literally her name. So, most people won't understand what I'm saying. They get scared. They get scared for me. Why? Who's going to do anything to me? They can't see me. The system, the thing sees me as. I can bump into the walls. I can get hurt and everything. But I'm talking about this. They can't see me, bro. And that's a fucking problem. I'm just a Negro. I'm in this world, but I'm not of it. They only recognize things in this world. Things that rhyme with money, cotton, slavery. They're slave-minded, money-minded, slave mindset. It's for rich people, too. They're willing to sacrifice their integrity and their family for more of it. What's more survival mode than that? You're willing to kill somebody to get it. That's peak survival mode. And they're survivors of the fittest when it comes to that. They're apex drug dealers, apex rapists, apex serial killers, apex baby eaters. They're apex of all the wrong things. They're that quantum entangled into the world that their number one fear is death. They're afraid of death. They're running away from the angel of death, and they can't see it. What did Jesus take the keys to? Death. What is Genghis Khan the king of? Shadows. They're scared of death. Darth pillar. Darth Vader. DTH. There's no vowels in our language. They're scared of death. What is that? It's eternal life. What's death? What's goodness? Gabriel. What's mercy? Michael. What's death? Right. Same story. Does death have children? You call them Negro. You call them demons. Why would you call black people, Ethiopians, blue men, Etruscans, death? Outside the obvious. We reincarnate. Outside the obvious. My father got the keys to death. Outside the obvious. We're in the land of the dead. Why would the land of the dead be scared of the dead? Why would Egyptians be scared of Egyptians? They're not. They wanted to go back to Egypt with the Egyptians. They're scared of death. Who's the god of death? I never looked that up. I might tell you about his kids. They swear to God they know how to read. It's weird. Egypt is Anubis. That's a news bitch. In Greece, it's Thanatos. You know, King James glove. Levites glove with the crystals. In Greece, it was Hades. Neptune, Poseidon. In Norse, it's Hel, the prefix to Helios, the sun itself. Saturn. In Hinduism, Buddhism, Yama, like Khan, Yamaha. In Aztec, it's Mixtlatoluhuti, Michelangelo. They're scared of death. That's all the names of God. Archangel Michael. He's the one that you have to pass. And Jesus has the keys to death. The keys, the talents, you saw on our crest, gold and silver. Genghis has the keys to death. Who's his father? If he has the keys to death, and the old Egyptian pharaoh saying, all these kingdoms I'll give them to you. And he said, nah, nigga, I got the keys. How you give me my shit? It's my father's shit. I got the keys to death. Jesus on the Mount Transfiguration, 40 days in the desert, Israelites. 40 days in the desert, 40 days in isolation. He in the Mountain Transfiguration, or is that Moses, or is that the Messiah, or is that Jesus, or is that Genghis? Which one is it? Same sequence, ain't it? And he's visited by somebody. Oh my God. It's like Jacob had a dream and he's visited by Quetzalcoatl. Like Jesus had a dream and he's visited by Gabriel, or is it Michael? Whichever one it is, or none of one of them. It ain't one of his. You must be of your father, the devil. Oldest story in our book, nigga. But that one book right there, that's our book. So who's our father then, nigga? Our music is devil's music. All right. Our tritone's the devil note. All right. Black man's the devil. All right. You're in a land full of black people named Tartarus. My daddy had the keys to death. Tartarus. That's his fucking empire, nigga. He's the king of Tartary. King of kings. Temujin. Yamaha. Motif. Mosaic. Quilt. It's a bloodline thing. They're scared of death. Archangel Michael. The angel of death. What's up? Hebrews 13, bro. You see when they show up, right? Everything dies. Ain't that the Son of God? Tower of Babel, is that the sons of God or not? Sodom and Gomorrah, is that sons of God or not? They sound like the archangels of death, don't it? One of them stayed behind with Abraham. Chose him. All right, now. And then Abraham's grandson, Jesus, got the keys to death. Ain't that what was promised to his father? If he just took this walk through Egypt after leaving the Garden of Eden? For they would surely kill me. Oh, you in the land of the dead then? Y'all read that Bible, right? T.D. Jakes read that Bible, right? Grace, salvation, the blood of Christ. Nigga, you dead. You need the blood of something living to come back to life. That means, nigga, you dead. I know Shogun and TFB got me. We got 27 viewers. Y'all ain't hit 3 yet. What's up with y'all niggas? Y'all like Bible study? Everyone be a Jew until it's time to be a Jew. All of our angels are the angels of death. Why you think it's all this thing is about coming back to life, nigga? You in Tartarus. If you ain't figured it out yet. The fuck? What do you think that book about, bro? It's based on the Egyptian Book of the Dead. Oh. Where Egypt at? Egypt ain't here no more, but I am. I'm older than Egypt. Facts. I'm the only one I know that can tell that story. I ain't read nothing. I haven't read anything. I like the pictures. I find these things to be self-evident. It's impossible with our education system. It's impossible with those documentaries. It's impossible with the churches I went to. But I know Archangel Michael's an angel of death. I know that's mercy. Please don't kill me. All right. Nebuchadnezzar. Please spare us. All right. Build your ship so I can row you down the Nile River to the promised land, to the light, at the end of the tunnel. That same light you experience when you're dead. That's all it is. And so too, if you made it, it don't get no deeper than that. It's Tartarus. We brought the kingdom in heaven down here, Holy Roman Empire. And it wasn't reset. Something else happened. Something else died. And it's here. Cool story, bitch. We saw this in the Avengers movie. You remember, who was that? Thor goes to the portal of Asgard. Rainbow Road with Idris, the big black Moor, who could see through time. He lands in the wrong planet with the Valkyrie chicken. Oh, Hulk, you're here. And they said like this interdimension type of thing, where like the scrap of everything else just ends up Hulk and Thor and Valkyrie. Like, goddamn. Even gods are there. Yeah. Korg was there. Triton, Neptune, Hades, you know, you see it. They keep stealing the same shit from us. No different than the Matrix. They'll steal it from you and remix it, make it a cool story, I guess. They love them cameras. But they're dead. And I think that's why the Illuminati, or the devil cult, if you will, why they kind of treat life so whimsical here. Like, you know, at the end of the day, it's over for us anyway, so might as well be faggots. That's a weird sidestep with all the fucking instructions on the opposite. Like, fuck what God said. Fuck what the steward said. Fuck every piece of evidence about this shit. We gonna do the dumb shit. And it's the dumb shit in everyone's religion. You have fucking pedophiles and psychopaths doing the dumbest shit in everybody's religion. Let's start there. I ain't religious. I just wonder why these faggots do the dumbest shit in everyone's religion. Have you tried any of the cool shit yet? Like functioning instead of being a faggot? You had enough time to try, huh? And they wonder why they're dying again. A coward has 1,000 deaths. Starts with that list, starts with the memes, starts with the hashtags, starts with the chatter on the internet, starts with podcasters like me, starts with their little chat groups, starts with the people around the world starting to see. 1,000 deaths. Their dollar, their investments, their family, their clout. Damn, homie. In the 90s, y'all was the man, so what the fuck happened to y'all? I got the sickest vendetta when it comes to the cheddar. Play with my family, you're gonna meet our Berettas. And our help comes from on high. For we do not fight against flesh and blood. You gotta lift up my swords. We been put those katanas down. We're gardeners. We planting mustard seeds in this bitch. But who's the planter? They need physical proof and magic tricks before they believe. If God don't move like a superhero, they don't act like it's real. What do we call that shit? Foley. Because why would a person who proclaims they come from monkeys rush a God to prove them anything? That don't even make sense to them. They're patient with monkeys. They try to teach monkeys sign language. You see how long that take? Now look at them. It'd be as if, like when we have that conversation, as if they could see something else and they choose that. My chagrin is I don't really think they could see nothing else. They're dead. They're in the land of the dead. Around the sons of the dead. Talk about Latin's a dead language. Okay? Your laws are dead then. Your corporation's dead. Your money's dead. Your energy grid is dead. Your military, you got 2 ships left. Reproduction dead. Your medicine, pharmaceutical energy, industry dead. Your progress into the future dead. Jobs and securities dead. Retirement and Social Security dead. The lies are dead. The gaslighting is dead. The narcs dead. The boule dead. The Grand Royal Lodge dead. The what's that shit the Moors supposed to have? The Divine Council dead. Electoral College, where they at? They don't have nothing to say. Dead. Snake, the Patriots, dead. The laws dead. Justice dead. Jesus, ooh, dead. You ain't white, faggot. Everything they got is dead. Have y'all noticed that? But this whole thing is dead. Like, everything they got is dead. The white man, the money, corporations, corpses, ooh, dead. Mortgages, dead. Pledges, dead. You ain't noticed all this shit was dead? Lifeless. Harvesting the energy from the life force. Everyone ain't got life force. So who are they really harvesting if you really do the math on this shit? You gotta do lowest common denominators. Most people are dead. So whose energy are they harvesting? Oh, the living. Who are the living? Good question. Then you go from there. Then you as the living go, well, how many people are dead? Most of them. So who are they harvesting? One more time. Most people are dead. All right, who are they harvesting? Hold on. Most people are not creative. Most people are not spiritual. Most people are not connected. Most people are dead. NPCs is being nice. All right, so the people who harvest energy, magicians, who are they harvesting? Us. Ooh, George Desiree, you got it. The 13% power the whole thing if everyone else is fucking dead. And ain't that culture? Ain't that language? Ain't that the books? Ain't that the styles? Ain't that the flavors? Ain't that the architecture? Ain't it just ours? It'd be different with somebody else's. With us. Is it not odd that all the stuff they have is ours? The living. Y'all don't find that to be a problem? That they can't create nothing of their own? Oh, you need Sophia and the light to create. Oh, so you don't have Sophia or the light. That's narcissism right there. They looking for the light. Why are you looking for it? The fuck? You after that book, right? How you ain't got it? We wrote that book already. What you looking for? You weren't born with it? Weird. You need to be born again? Weird. Don't you die between those? To be born again, you have to die at least once. Tartarus. To be born again, you must have died at least once. This place is called Tartary. That ain't our story, though. Die once is hilarious. We come back after every flood. You speculate that it's a DNA bank. All right, fallout vote in the sky. What changed? The fuck? Y'all don't care. Y'all cloning babies. Oh shit. Egyptians that survived cloned their civilization back. How you doing? However you do that shit. Don't forget the most important ingredient. L. It's in our names. Not the same. Not the same in the land of the dead, man. If I could just get my brothers to understand that part of the story, the rest of the story, you will end up realizing how to control it. It's seasonal. It's timing. You're not controlling it. You're not in control of it. It's granting you permission to be a witness, to get in line with it, to move with it. Just like a boat, the water is giving you permission. You know what it's like when the water doesn't give you permission to move, right? You know those stories. Them boats saw at the bottom of the ocean. They didn't have permission. Same thing with the Great Spirit. You see all this stuff because it has granted you permission. It's no different than the military. They're having a clearance. Initiation, clearance, repentance, covenant. It's all the same type of shit. People want to figure it out and see it for themselves. No, you don't. Tell them to shut the fuck up. They always want something else. They want the novelty of it. Ain't no novelty in it. It's just right. It's righteousness. And what is righteousness in the world is dead. And I think that's what that book attempts to explain. Is that just because it's dead, it don't mean it got to stay that way. Oh, ye of little faith. Because the man already got the keys to death. So it's whatever you make it at that point. In 1611, we made it right. We set the architecture for it. You see it? All over this bitch. You see the infrastructure for something that's supposed to be living. And then they take pictures. Everything's dead. It's like it's not lit up. It's like nothing. There's no power core there. Like this city. Like, oh, it used to be something. Look, shit. I'd love to know what used to live there. Us. So in all those pictures, where are we? So far, you haven't seen one. Did they take those pictures on Saturday? You haven't seen one World Fair picture with us, right? Ain't that weird? In a country full of us? Very weird. Very weird. Weird, bro. It's like 50 of those and not one picture of us. Right in our backyard. Very weird. That's weird. It's going to be the same thing again. You're gonna see what happened to the United States. You ain't gonna see no pictures of us. Like, you know, you can't take pictures of vampires. Why? Because they're dead. You know how they say like Indians don't like pictures being taken of them? You ever hear that before? Superstition? The reason why you don't have too many pictures of your family is Indians don't like taking pictures? Like them white people told you in that movie. I think they see dead people. I think benign neglect is more of a default. They don't see dead people. Because anytime we raise our hands and have issues, they're talking to an African. Like they don't see us, right, Shogun? Like we're Indians, we're the Jews, we're the Israelites. They'll find an African to talk to. Ain't that weird? It take a weird spiritual witchy bitch to see me, right? She got to believe in spirits and stuff that show up in my life. Ain't that weird? That takes a certain attunement of mind to even acknowledge us. Not like they don't see us, but like we're not there. Like, and me and you and people like us, we be caught up in the diaspora war and the black versus white, and it's like, hold on, they ain't talking about us. They ain't talking about us. Hold on, they ain't talking about us. And I go to all the comments, you'll see it on Instagram, and I'll be saying stuff, and people act like I ain't say nothing. There'll be that one little Jewish or India bot, but there'll never be nobody real. They used to take pictures of the dead back in the day. You said if there's some pictures, it'll surface. I know literally there might be pictures of black people. I'm saying is I've never seen pictures of us. None of the paintings are us. Jesus ain't us. The photos back in the day ain't us. Hi, I am literally here. That's what I'm talking about. If you understand what I'm saying, George. You understand what I'm saying? There is no pictures of us. And these niggas read picture books. Of course they don't know what we are. There's people who wish they found this channel one day. They'll never see it. Genghis Khan of Ozareth, Armanic, King of Shadows. You understand everything. They call it benign neglect. That's kind of like, you know, the ghost or the thing that's under your bed, but you don't acknowledge it until you fall asleep. You cover your head. That's benign neglect. Freddy Krueger, you beat him, benign neglect. Us, history, benign neglect. They keep skipping to 400 years ago in African slave ships. Bro, what happened to all the Indians and all these wars you talk about? Hey, copper color, I'm here. It's in your dictionary. Don't fucking play with me. It's in your laws, Moors and Indians. You got schools for us. All of a sudden, we're dead. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Like, within their system, they treat us as if we're dead. Law of polarity. You'll figure it out quick if you don't want the spirit. So the dead burying the dead don't acknowledge the living. The only thing they acknowledge that come from us is the dead presidents that never existed, and they weren't white people. But it's like, even in that transaction, they don't see us. That's why, like, in order for them to see us, we gotta shave the beard, take the do-rag off, put a suit or some type of business casual on, and code switch. And it's like, oh, I think that's a black guy. Hey, black guy, what you got to give me for free? But if you're like, hey, old bitch ass nigga, fuck you and your mother. The fuck you talking about, faggot? They never respond to that correctly. Shogun been shopping niggas for 10 years. You've never seen anyone ever come back at me like a nigga would come back at a nigga like that. And me and Shogun been alive this whole time, before the internet and after the internet. That ain't never how you respond to a nigga like me, if you want a nigga like me. We've never seen an example of a nigga responding correctly to that. Hundreds. That's quantumly impossible, bro. I'm not that fucking scary for real. But we seen hundreds of men fag out. Like, they cool until I talk to them. Sure know what I'm talking about. I ain't nobody special person. Why the fuck they fagging out over me for? But you see them going back and forth with everybody else, scrolling and shit and being weird and the most action I guess from a bitch being weird behind my back. She ain't be weird in my face. They're definitely afraid of texting me or calling me. They're scared to death. Yep, that's what it is. Me too, though. Shit, me. They talk about we die and we come back. Shit, me. You try to live as long as you can. See this shit get better before they try that weird shit. You don't want to come right back. Not to this. Oh, Lord have mercy. These as your mothers? Fuck me. Let me do that Met him some psychosis for like 2 more Greek empires. Fuck that. I'll skip the opulence and just put me into the plains with the fucking ox. They keep thinking that shit is linear for some reason. No. It's all at the same time. We're talking about God. Efficiency. That's what we have to figure out again. We are also in the wrong dimension. Did I mention? Our bloodline somehow is in the wrong dimension as well. In order for this to show up at the same time as ourselves. And we're affected by it. It's not affected by us. It operates as if we don't exist, which is very interesting. Assume the roles, the titles, and even in contrast. They're never arguing with us. They're arguing with black people and Africans. It's mainly black people and Africans arguing with each other about Jews and Israelites. Judah is one of the Israelites, so, you know, they're weird, bro. And that shit was driving me crazy as a Negro and a black man. The nigger with the hard R. But they never call it. But what I'm saying is nigger means Indian. And white people who just woke up in America for the past 150 years are calling African Americans niggers. Like, think about how stupid that is. Like, they picked up the nomenclature to disrespect someone. And they bitch ass just get here. They didn't even take a bath. Because think about it, they ain't got electricity yet, so you know they ain't washing their ass every day. And they have the pride, if you will, to call slaves or servants or whatever the fuck niggers. And niggers means Indians. And you're calling an African and Indian derogatory term. On King James English with a Webster dictionary. You love the library, but you're enslaved and you ain't retarded. And you found somehow coined a term for Indian and named any person with black skin that ever since. These gotta be the stupidest motherfuckers that ever died here. Bro, niggers are Indians. And it busses up the whole thing, don't it? Sure, know what I'm talking about. Well, if niggers are Indians, you've been calling us niggers the whole time. How are we pretendians? The same faggot that want to say nigger is the same faggot that say a nigga ain't an Indian when nigger means Indian. I had to curse that stupid fuck earlier. You want them hard art type of bots. That's how you know it's not a bot. They're gay though. It's always a gay person. But yeah, like, or a psychopath. But same story. Nigger means Indian, yo. in every etymon. Who they call niggers? Indians. What's the ghetto? A place where you put Jews. What's the probability that those Indians are Jews? 100%. Most of the time, although there's 12 other tribes, but you get it. That's what I'm saying. We're in a world full of fools. They borrowed a stolen language of niggers, and they have a special word for niggers, and all of it means Indian. It's like Gabriel in the Bible. The name just keeps showing up everywhere you do it. You do the same thing with niggers. It's just NG. Add an IA to it. Inga. Add a YA to it. You get Mama Inga. You call them Mama Ingas, Incas, the sons of kings, niggers, because they're Indians from Inca. That's how you know this language is algebra. XYZ shit right there, boy. And you don't mess with that. Ain't nothing to argue about. I ain't gotta go to college. I don't need a degree. I don't need to dig up dead people. I ain't a faggot. I just know how to read. Nigga, Inca, King, Inga, English. Niggers is English. Right? That's not an African curse word, is it? That's an English curse word, right? It's an English word that describes an Indian. King John of English. An Indian. Nigger. Inga. Inca. King. Viking. Vinca. European. Vinca. Inca. Niggers that speak English. The Indians that speak English are niggers. Hi. And the racism that comes from a place where the niggers that invented English has the same racist people that came here, where the niggas are, who speak English. One thing about niggas, you never met one that don't speak English, have you? Y'all don't know a nigga in history that don't speak English. That's weird for a bunch of Africans. We got documentaries of them saying they on the indentured fields with Africans that don't speak their language. But every nigga you know speak English. I'll do you one better. Every Indian you know speak English. What's that about, slavery? Why would all the Indians know English? Talk to me. I got white people watching, Jewish people watching, faggots watching. Why would all the Indians know English? They lived off the land and hunting, all through the treaties. Why would Indians know English, guys? You got the French Indian War. You got 50 states. Why do all the Indians in America know English? We knew English before fucking school, bro. What other language have you heard a nigga like me speak? In fact, nothing, right, sugar? Every nigga you ever met, your grandparents, and every story you heard, everyone speaking English, right? Everyone even finished school, 6th grade, all that kind of shit, but they speaking English. They ain't counties that are English. Your last name in English. We're Indians, though. Why is all our shit in English? We ain't slaves. We ain't Africans. We ain't Catholics. We ain't Christians. We Indians. Why are we only know English? Where did white people get an Indian to speak a different language? And all these nations of Indians, all these languages, these Native Americans hypothecate to have. Okay, cool. That's a lot of different Indians, a lot of different languages. Why are all of them know English? Because motherfuckers are stupid. Our motherfucking parents didn't go to your fucking schools, dickhead. That's integration. Bitch ass nigga. Black Wall Street's in English. That's a Trail of Tears for Indians. If it's Trail of Tears, that means it was getting away from white people, Wilmington. So when did all them niggas create all those businesses in English, you faggot? They just had to move away from white people. Shogun, 1 more 3, so they know. The Indians from the South went to Oklahoma and made Black Wall Street and all that shit in English. They're Indians. So they're not slaves on a plantation learning Christian Sunday English, are they? Nah. They got businesses, oil, dentists, hospitals, and all that shit was in fucking English last time I fucking seen it. And that's all fucking Indians. How the fuck a white man gonna take credit for teaching Indian shit, let alone the fucking language? All these fucking businesses y'all stole is ours, and they're all in fucking English, you dickhead. Why the fuck wouldn't the Indians speak fucking English when the king of New England is in fucking here? I'm DeyZan Smyth, the king of English, grandson. That's why we know fucking English since 1611. It's a fucking kingdom of English. I'm sorry, niggers. Inga is where English comes from. Inga is Inca. Inca is Indian. English comes from Mama Inga. You dumb bitch. It's not a white person story. It's a Jew story. She's the Empress of Israel, stupid. English. The King James Bible is in English. After they met Mama English in 1580. 1611, 30 years later, they got a book in fucking English, dickhead. Because they came here with the angels, the Inga. What the fuck are we talking about? Their last language was Moorish Latin. Then it was English. 1611. What timeline you got for some stupid faggots? They ain't invent shit. I ain't giving you a timeline of stupid dickhead history. I'm telling you what the fuck English means. Angle. Eagle. To marry. America. English. It's a new world to you, faggot. We was already here with English. They're so fucking stupid, boy. You got the English press of the Geneva Bible in Switzerland, and them bitches don't speak English. How the fuck that work? That's $15.99. Geneva Bible. There where the bankers are. It's an English Bible, bitch. What language they got after that? They in the printing press of the Bible in English, Geneva, my nigga. And they all got a different language after that, and they're all white. Explain that. Explain it to me like I'm retarded. Like the Holy Roman Empire of Germany with a Geneva Bible in 1599 over there. You got a whole bunch of faggots over there, right there, who don't speak English as a primary language. What's their accent? If the fucking Bible is printed in English there, who are these people? Geneva, Switzerland, anybody? Schwarzschild? High German to English? Who are these people? Are they High Germans or England? No. So why are they in the seat of the place that pressed the first English Bible in 1599? Look it up. Them people don't speak no fucking English 200 years ago. But they printed the first Bible in English 200, 400 years ago? We retarded. They ain't got a story for that. We're Christians with a Jew Bible. We're printing English in Geneva. But we're going to switch our language, switch our colors, and we don't believe in God no more. We're atheists. You in the Holy Roman Empire satellite. How the fuck you choose? You had kings. It's 1599. I should know. That's why I know. There's my family there. But the fuck? Their story don't make sense. All them families that I have from Switzerland and all that shit, all their names in English. Agnes, Thomas, Mary. I showed you. Everyone who's in the Holy Roman Empire speaks English. 1611. The world don't speak English. The Holy Roman Empire speaks English. Why? That's the language the Bible's. Why? Sabbath. Why? Jews and Israelites. That's it. That's the only reason why there's English everywhere. Is to read that Bible. Sabbath. That's specifically Jew and Israelite. That's specifically Semitic, and that's perfect because that language is what? Semitic. English is Semitic. I am Smith Semitic. English can't come from no one but me and our families. My name is the root language of your language. Smith Semite. Myth. Mythos. Mithra. All of it. S-M-Y-T-H-E. Yeah, that's us. That's what I'm saying. King John of English. Can you imagine? Copper colored people. Holy Roman Empire copper colored people. Yep. The tall ones, how you doing? And this short ones, hi Israelites. And that's why Indians know English. I was just taking you down the road to show you how far that's disrespect goes. So they had to pretend that they taught Indians English too. When Indians invented English, English tells you it's after Mama Inga. She's the prefix to the language. The fuck are they talking about, Shogun? Inca, English, is right there. Inga, English, is right there. It's kind of like how them giants speak in South America, from Israel. Yeah, it's kind of Enochian. Yeah, they're giants though. Yeah, unless you didn't hear it clearly. I tried to have this fact that English is American language with one of the friends. They were adamant that I was wrong. I said some black people over here don't know the difference between Jewish and Jews. They don't. They're not invested in it. And what I'm saying is, that how can he argue with you? It's an Afro-Asiatic language. You can't argue with that. There's nothing. This is their AI. This is their wiki. This is their Edamon. This is their Webster. It's Afro-Asiatic. English is Afro-Asiatic. Afro-Asiatics live in America. I'm Afro-Asiatic. I live in America. We speak English because we're Afro-Asiatics. Like, what the fuck? There ain't nothing else going on here. And Semite's a new word. That's the craziest thing about it. But Smith is older than the word. You don't get Semite until you get me. What I'm saying, my name is older than the concept of Semite. That's a third party calling us that. We wouldn't call ourselves no fucking Semites. We ain't no fucking Papa Bulls, bitch. Why would we be oppressing ourselves? These motherfuckers are stupid. For real, they're dumb. And I'm talking about they're collegiate level people who casted this spell of dumb nigga shit. I'm talking about AI taking my jobs. They ain't teach you nothing. That's the thing. They had you fucking working 40 hours a week and they created routines and Pablo dogs and rats in the maze for cheese. Like, they showed you this in the 90s. They showed us. They broadcasted that shit for no reason, showing us some scientists on the White Coast doing dumbass experiments with cocaine, cheese, and money and rats and all kind of shit. Like, why are they showing us this? Who are these white people? Why are they showing us this? It's like it's a form of broadcasting. Like almost like a reverse Manchurian thing going on. Ooh, it's a Hegelian dialect. Did they have to tell you what they're doing? No, they don't. The fuck you talking about? They ain't tell you they were fucking kids through the roof and fucking eating babies. They seem to have gotten away with that for 200 years. The fuck they be talking about, boy? Oh, that amount of fucking Semite. God damn. Like, this one, easy. What does Semite mean? It's I'm anti-Semitic. It's Shem. Semite, Shem, Dwayne Smith. I'm a descendant of Shem, I'm a Moor. No shit. Men of renown. Yeah, from the time of giants. Shem is a giant. I already said that. All three of his sons is because Noah's a giant. That's why he built a boat by himself. It's a ship, not a boat. Renown, right? That's what in the book of Enoch and Genesis, the sons of God came down, took women, had kids, and they became the men of renown. The men of renown are Smiths, like Jesus, like the carpenter, like the builders, like the Smiths, like Dwayne. Men of renown, Smiths, fallen angels. So far, so good, right? Exactly, John Smith. Exactly, James Smith. Same story. Men of renown, Smiths, Semites, Shems. Our language is this way because this is Gabriel. One word means all the words. If it's math, what's a Semite? A Jew. From Shem. That's Afroasiatics, man. Semites based on anthropology, meaning it's real. German historian. Hi, German, nigga. How you doing? Hi, German. How you doing? Hebrew, Arabic, Aramaic. Jesus. This is Semitic. He's a Smith. My granddaddy. Assyrian. That's that guy I was talking about earlier. These are the same thing. Hebrew, Arabic, Aramaic, Syriac. Those languages are the same because the people speaking it are the same people. Source of Spanish. Carlos V. I done said this already. It's a Semitic language. The Mexicans, you're not Semites. Latinos, Hispanics, and Puerto Ricans, you're not Semites either. Are you Israelites? That's weird because Semites are Shem. Spanish is from Shem. And German. In recent use, often with specific sense of Jewish, and they put it in quotes, but not historically so delimited. Really, because it's some new bullshit. But Semitic is old. This on some City Muhammad date. It's new, but it's newer than this bullshit. That's what I'm saying. Jewish is a new concept. This is a new concept. It's not really these niggas. You see the dates? You just gotta follow dates when you do research. Meaning, they've been running this stupid ass shit in Germany over there recently. Nah, we over here, bitch. They're just loops. That's us. Chaldeans. That's where Abraham's from. And Sarah. Otto and Edith. They're kids. That's Shem. That's the bloodline of Shem that the Bible ended up with. That's what I'm telling you. It ain't everybody. The Bible ain't everybody. The Bible about us. Shem's kids. After Genesis, right? There it is. Hold on. I'm not done. Because you get the Latin out of mind and stuff like that. They give you different words. It gets really funny real quick. Because educated people know that they're talking about us. But no one's talking about that. Hence, you don't know they're talking about us. Look, come on. That ain't my website. Shem, Noah, Shem, more, Afroasiatic. Let's see. The Semitic language are a branch of the Afroasiatic languages. So your friend talking about Jews and Jewish because he's a fucking idiot. Tell him to look up what the fuck a Semite is and then go right to Afroasiatics. What's a fucking Afroasiatic? Doesn't mean African. It's a black Asian. Are Africans black Asians? Because you want to put Asiatic on Afroasiatic if Africans are black Asians. I thought Africans were Negroids. There's a word for it. Africans don't speak Afroasiatic languages either, do they? So Africans cannot be Afroasiatics if they don't have Afroasiatic languages. So far, so good, guys? So Afroasiatic does not mean Africans, although Afroasiatics have an empire all over the fucking world. And it's where all the Moors are. So far, Oriental Shems, so far, where all the boats are Moors, so far, all the shit they're fighting for right now, so far, so far. All of our kingdoms, so far, right? Right now, in real time. Eastern Asians, Western Asians. We all over this bitch. But notice we're Afroasiatics and not Africans. And we're in the Bible. The oldest anthropology there is about just this, Afroasiatics. We're the oldest thing there is. So we cannot be Africans from here. These are our kingdoms because these are our languages. Arabic's our language. That's an Afroasiatic. Are those fucking Saudi Arabians Afro-Asians, bitch? No. All right, then. Are the white people in America, Australia, New Zealand, Germany, Poland, are any of them Afroasiatic? Let's start there. And none of them Africans. They all hate black people. So you could take the African off and let's go to the final round. Are they Afro-Asians? No. All right, so that's not theirs, 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 that's not theirs. None of that language that sound like that is theirs. And that's all in America, Europe, Australia, the whole Holy Roman Empire. The whole early empire, the whole fucking thing we said already, that all the white people went back and traced and killed everything, starts here. And that means Jew. Hence why we're not Africans. We're Jews. We're Semites. We're Shem. How you doing? That's who wrote that book. Shem's kids. Any that help you, George Ezra? Just show him the fucking wiki for Semitic languages. Afro-Asiatic's not African. You want to say Afro-Asiatic, it was African. And then Genghis Khan had sons everywhere, all 7 continents. And I'm one of them, 2 of them. And I'm definitely Afro-Asiatic, because I'm not African. There's no other black person here. My height, especially. We're not Aboriginals. What the fuck would I be Aboriginal for? We're the king of kings. Of Tartars, of giants. We ain't no fucking monkey people. We ain't no little people. I ain't no little person. That's what I'm saying. Like, even when you look at our stature and height in NFL, NBA, and all of us, the descendants thereof, and the mixes thereof, you know they ain't African when you watch the fucking TV. And when you see the TV and you see an African, like, oh shit, that's an African playing basketball. We notice it right away. Jews notice it. You ain't got to tell me Embiid is not black from America. You ain't got to tell me the Greek ain't black from America. I can just look at their hair. White people can't see that. Ain't that crazy, Shogun? White people can't see the difference with us in our hair. Every white girl I met was like, ooh, can I touch your hair? Fuck you. The fuck you want to touch my hair for? You never seen it before? Weird. Anyway, I guess you never met an Afro-Asiatic before either. That's my problem. Where the fuck you been for 5,000 years? If this thing's our empire and you're speaking our fucking language. You say you just gonna let them figure out. Don't let them figure it out. Like, show them. Screenshot that shit and highlight Afro-Asiatic. And highlight the fact that you know an Afro-Asiatic. You might be an Afro-Asiatic. Can you fucking imagine this? On 13 Tribes of Israel, can you imagine that? I can. I'm right here. That's what I'm saying. Like, we be thinking we got to research and debate and go to college and do all this extra shit. No, brother, we in a worse situation than that. Everyone on this planet fucking stupid. That's black magic. That's a curse. We looking at little white ugly people who eat people and rape people and steal shit and fuck up economies. Go around saying if you say any of that true shit on Epstein's list, you're anti-Semitic. How? If Semitic is an Afro-Asiatic and you're white. You see what I'm saying? Like they're catch-all, like, ooh, don't, no conspiracy theory, don't talk about us, it's anti-Semitic. Like they're that fucking stupid their damn selves. Like a whole group of people pretending to be God's chosen people don't know what the fuck Semitic means. They just know that the Semitics are God's chosen people, Shem. So they pick Shem and they go, that's us, and don't talk about us, you're anti-Shem. And you be like, but we're not them. Which one is it, bitch? Are you Afro-Asiatic or not? White people, are y'all Afro-Asiatics? So this ain't your language, right? Suck a dick. Jewish people, are you Afro-Asiatics? No. Is it your language then? No. Suck a dick. Every other person in America with a fucking faggot ass, white ass Jesus Christ. Are any of you motherfuckers Afro-Asiatic? And is Jesus Afro-Asiatic? Then who the fuck is that? A damn demon then, right? Yeah, suck a dick. If your Bible told you it's Shem and we're Afro-Asiatic more, Orientales, and you're speaking our language, that's what gets me going. It's a Semitic language. You don't believe in God. You don't believe in Jesus. You're speaking a damn God-Jesus language, you faggots. All of them. The King of Kings. You speak the language of the King of Kings no matter what. Y'all can't get out of this contract. You signed up in every fucking Semitic language. You swore to God you worship the God of the Semites. You swear to God that you will honor the Afro-Asiatics. And I'm here. And you act like we don't exist, speaking our fucking language. Yo, Shogun, that's some evil shit. We ain't gotta go no further than that. Fuck them disrespecting India and America. Look how they do everything. Look how they do their own kids. But think about that shit. They gotta do all that shit in the Semitic language. Just to turn around and say, these stupid faggots,
You can't talk about him as anti-Semitic. Bitch, where is the Semite in this room? Show me a DeyZan Smyth in any of those goddamn meetings. Show me one DeyZan Smyth ever on TV. Show me a Smith, a Cherokee, a Saponi. Show me a Jew, an Israelite. Just show me one of those in your ministry. That's my point. They pussy. At the end of the day, we know they're all faggots. The whole world uses Semitic language and deny the power thereof. Play in our fucking face. You have us grouped into some weird fucking homoerotic fetish they have for the African. Bitch ass nigga. I'm a Jew. Miss me with all that other bullshit. Reread history real quick. And wonder that the only history you fucking have about this world ever, the only shit you know, the only shit you got, your reference point, your view of this current world, every last single soul listening to this video, you only have it because it's in my fucking language. Everything you know about this world is in a Semitic language, more. True or false, Moors? There's 21 of you. True or false? Everything you know is in a Semitic language. That means your thoughts are in a Semitic language. That means your prayers are in a Semitic language. Anyone else in here got a non-Semitic language that they talked to God and discovered history in? By show of hands? Let me know if I'm wrong. But so far, everything you fucking know to live and work and be is in one of our languages. A Semitic language, a Jew language, an Afro-Asiatic language. Can we agree on that? That everything going on right now is an Afro-Asiatic language. And no one knows what the fuck that is. That's the problem all 8 billion people have. It's not a big problem. It's a dumb problem to have. Just for you to hide the fact that we're black. And you created a problem with black. I don't even know where that starts, because you created a problem in black in a black language. Spanish is ours. We're speaking that first. That's why it's hilarious. It's Moorish Latin. That's that shit they be looking for, like all the laws and stuff. Yeah, it's Spanish. It's Moorish Latin. Yep. El, all that. It's in our Bible. Negro. It's the same thing. Moreno, Morisco. That's us. We speak Spanish. The king of Spanish that they say all these Mexicans and Latinos speak is because of Carlos V. That's my grandfather. He's a damn Jew again. Afro-Asiatic. The fuck? They can't escape this one, bro. This is the illest spell ever. And it's in our language. Meaning there's nothing they can think or do to get out of it. Because what did God say? If God is only using the language. Meaning no one here has ever spoke or thought something without considering God first. That's what made this so evil. The language is God too. So your curses, your dreams, your vanity, your contracts, your agreements behind the back, you did that all in front of God, because you have to do that because you think in English. You think in a Semitic language. Your neurons are formed in Afro-Asiatic patterns. Cymatics, mandalas. You know how powerful it is to speak to your plant, right? You speak to that plant in a Jew language. That's what makes it come to life, Nick. Not you, bitch. It's the goddamn language you speak to that shit. And you notice that God gave Adam dominion to name everything? What's Adam, bitch? The king of Jews' grandfather, right? So Adam, when he speaks abracadabra, you see nature react, don't you? If you speak in our language, animals and fucking plants do something. True or false? They grow bigger and stronger if you use a Semitic language. Now stand next to a plant and go with your intentions and let me know what happens. All right, but now speak to it in one of our holy vows and what happens? All right then. All right then. You don't get witchcraft without a Semite, bitch. The kings of sorcery are Semitic. That's why all your sorcery is in a Semitic language. Are these fucking people stupid? And then we fucking told them we learned that from giants in our same book. where we get the same language. Are these fucking people stupid? And then they tell the fucking same story again in a modern version of a Semitic language, and then look at us like we're fucking stupid for saying, hey, yo, bitch, we created everything. Fuck you treating us like this for? No, you're not. You're an African-American slave. I'm an Afro-Asiatic Semite. My last name is Semite. The fuck did you miss? You dumb bitch. They're committed to being a stupid bitch, Shogun. They're committed to being stupid. Like, instead of just admitting that they're fucking retarded and like, oh shit, y'all them, they can't do that. They've been sucking too much dick. Cause any other real nigga be like, oh shit, my bad, I ain't no fam. Shit, this fucked up. How can I help you? They go, no, let's double down and say it's not you. And I'm looking at it. I'm anti-Semitic to talk about me, bitch. Jesus, Hebrew, come on now. Aramaic, Arabic, Semitics, Afro-Asiatics. That's a white person. That's a white, yo, wake up. YouTube, wake up CIA, wake up FBI. Those are white people? Your whole world fucked right now by pedophiles talking about they're the chosen ones, and you ain't seen one Afro-Asiatic on that list. Chris Tucker and Chunk, we'll figure out what they did, but you know what I'm saying? They ain't them anyway. On God, I'm Smith. So like you ain't gotta worry about the hybrids. Decoys, that's cool. Story, bitch. But which one of those Epsteiners are my brother? Let's double down and say it's not you. That's what they do. Just to be, and it makes them seem stupider and stupider, weaker and weaker, and their country's failing and failing because they're faggots. They don't have nothing for this. They have nothing for this. You will never see a debate or argument about a Semite. You've never seen it. Niggas got to pivot to 20,000 years ago about something they heard from another Jewish discoverer. But let's do with the fucking language we all speak in. What language is that? English. What is that? A Semitic language. Why is it an Afro-Asian language? Because Genghis Khan's the king of kings and he's the Afro-Asiatic and he's Shem's descendant and I'm Shem's descendant. Why is that? Fuck you. Who are you? And why do you have our language if you don't know who we are? That's what's bugging me, bro. The language is ours. The world is ours. The things is ours. The sigils is ours. The 13 is ours. The eagle is ours. The talons are ours. The arrows are ours. The pyramid is ours. Everything's ours. And by ours, I mean Semites. Not blacks, not Africans. And I'm not taking nothing away from blacks and Africans. I'm just dealing with the language. The language is ours, bitch. And I'm here. I'm a representative. I'm an electorate. I'm a descendant of a royal imperial majestic because I'm a Semite, because I'm Afro-Asiatic, and because that's what they are. So if you had to roll a dice on who could be a descendant of a royal down here, you start with something besides an Afro-Asiatic. Y'all know how genes work? How the language and the root of the Holy Roman Empire is Semites. And you get everything but a Semite talking about, maybe it's me, I'll try it. Led by narrative because they're stupid. They never read this shit, boy. They know it's in a book. They never read it. They know what book to go to. They're itemizers. They're subjugators. They know how to put that shit in blue, yellow, and green subjects. They do the divider tabs on your fucking Trapper Keeper. They don't read the shit when they're done. They sell it. They're converts. They're converts. That's exactly. They're Christians, bro. Cretans, dwarven idiots. I'm telling you something. I get it now. I get where all that damn fucking passive aggressive disrespect in modern English is against them. They let them call themselves this stupid shit. So you see them a mile away. Even the damn Bible is an allogenemy. German, bro. The Chaldeans are allogenemy, bro. That's why I said the Alamanson. That's Germany, man. That's us. That's our Bible, bro. It's the Holy Roman Bible, bitch. Stop fucking playing with us. Come on now. Shem, Hebrew, Chaldeans. Allegrama, Alabahambra, the Alhambra. Like, that's us, bro. On Allah. It's the prefix to the shit. So every fucking word is God and Gabriel. Every word is God and Gabriel. God and Gabriel. God and Gabriel. David, Yahweh. That's all Afro-Asiatics. That's all Asians, bro. Like, you just cut it right there. Let's cut it right there. Tartaria in Asia, bro. Where the Afro-Asiatics. Genghis Khan's an Asian, bro. Like, cut it right there. Nah, man, I heard. You heard. You're always hearing something. Did you? How come they never tell you I read something, I discovered something, I saw something, I thought something, I dreamed something, I remembered something, heard something from an unreliable telephone source. And they teach you how to play telephone in fucking middle school, and these bitches playing fucking telephone with their fucking soul. Dumb bitch. Man, this fucking stupid ass country. These leaders ain't shit, boy. They're gonna go to Ethiopia. They're going to Russia. Bitch, what the fuck is a goddamn Afro-Asiatic? Before you get the Ethiopians and ethno-Semitic, like, you're mixing them with us. But who is the us that come off the damn Noah's Ark, bitch? Afro-Asiatics. All right, DN. It's in a table of nations, nigga. We're in the table of nations, nigga. We are the oldest and most influential race in the fucking world. Y'all been confusing us with Africans. Bitch, nigga, shut the fuck up. It's the Holy Roman Empire of the world, bro. Whatever date you think it ended, it was ours. You speak the language of it. That's the proof. They ain't got to do no homework. You have to do a homework and figure out how the fuck you're not a black Asian and you know everything black Asian and nothing else. That's what I want everyone else in the classroom to do. How come you don't know nothing and can't think nothing, can't say nothing, can't do math and nothing but an Afro-Asian language? Where's that story in McGraw-Hill? Why are white people confused about who they are when they're trying to figure out who the fuck they are in a fucking sorcerer's language created by the king of kings of sorcery, King Solomon, a tall black Asian dude? Masons, all your shit, right? King James English, tall black Asian shit, right? Solomon hit him in the head, ruffian, some weird shit, two-ball king, a giant. You know the story, bitch. You know those are tall black Asian giants, right? You seen all that shit in China and them video games they made for Sega? And all the spirits and shit and all that? Yeah, nigga. Y'all some stupid, really fucking stupid, the dumbest fucking niggas ever. And you're the fucking armor bearers for faggots, pedophiles, and people who eat babies. That's why you ended up with them. Because you can't fucking read either. You heard a ritual and memorized it, and you guessed it ever since. I know, nigga. Go ahead and get you an electrician. Don't forget you studying that shit in the Semitic language. Everything they do is in our language, bro. God is so awesome. Revelations. Everything in this fucking world is still the Holy Roman Empire. They haven't added a fucking thing to it since 16 of fucking 11. It's been 400 fucking years, and all we got is faggots and baby eaters speaking a fucking Afro-Asiatic language. Looking at Afro-Asiatics talking about, why y'all talking about y'all the Afro-Asiatics? Bitch, what else am I? I'm bronze with woolly hair, bitch. I'm John Smith's grandson. What the fuck else is left on this map, bitch? This ain't a fucking Belgium conference. Tell me what African island I come from. Tell me where Smith comes from. Tell me where the name comes from. Tell me where S-M-I-T-H, S-M-Y-T-H-E come from. Tell me where that shit comes from. Tell me where Banks come from. Tell me where Lighty comes from. Tell me where Beasley comes from. Tell me why I'm all of those first families in America in one person. And why am I this color? All those families with all them Jew names, all those Israelites, all those Moors, all those Afro-Asiatic Orientals. Why would I be all the Afro-Asiatic Orientals who only stick together to have kids in a plantation for a reason? To redraw Jerusalem and Israelite all over again after captivity. I mean, our numbers have dwindled. And we're boosting our numbers. How the fuck that involve anybody, not us? And then you just go win. Well, that's after 17 something. All right, then. So you weren't Afro-Asiatic before us. You didn't speak English before us. You never did algebra before us. It's still in a Moorish language. Algebra, nigga. The Moors taught it. Yeah, shut up. Why we teach algebra in America? Dumb bitch. Because the Moors are in America. It's in our fucking name, bitch. After my mother, nigga. Like, that shit's so personal that this shit's named after my mother, nigga. Europa named after my other mother, nigga. She left a long time ago, nigga. America was just here, nigga. 1611. You'll give it to some Greek you never met. In a Hebrew Afro-Asiatic language, a Greek you never met that's white. In a language that's Afro-Asiatic, in a time you never lived in. And then it's like, yeah, that makes sense. Y'all the stupidest fucking people, Jewish people. The Greek is speaking Afro-Asiatic that told you Africanus. So Africanus is the Afro-Asiatic language. Are you a dumb bitch? You still said that shit in English. It's still Afro-Asiatic. Greek is Hebrew. It's Afro-Asiatic. They said we named some white guy we made up in the 19-somethings, about 14-something, and he called it African. Why would a white guy be calling shit Greek and African if the motherfucker paid to come here speaking Portuguese? Help me, Lord. How the fuck you get America, Africanus, and all this shit from Greek, Hebrew, Afro-Asiatic language, but your story in the same fucking faggot-ass lie is that a Portuguese faggot discovered it for the Crown Catholic Portuguese. But they went back to Greece to name it something English after the Afro-Asiatics. Which one is it? Which one is it? Is it Portuguese and Latin, or is it Africanus, Hebrew, Afro-Asiatic? Which one is it? Which one fucking is it? Pick one. The world is yours, champ. Pick one. Why is it always mine, the one that you pick? Can I have the thimble monopoly? What the fuck going on here? Everything Afro-Asiatic. How the fuck these niggas running in a maze and this rat that they keep showing you? They the rats running in a maze. They can't get out of that shit. They chasing the carrot. They bounded by the spell that they casted on themselves, and I thank God to be the glory, man. This language is killing them. It's a dead language. That's why all the dead know it. To God be the glory. It sounds like they secretly African. Look, that Afro is not Afri. Either way, Afro and Afri is what? In the Afro-Asiatic language. Afro could be African, Afro, you can do it however you want. But how you describing that shit? In King James English. All right, bring that shit back on DeyZan Smyth. Either way we break that down, Shogun, they still describing it in a Afro-Asiatic language. So I'm saying the scientists that came up with those groups in recent history still refer to Afro-Asiatic language to describe Afro-Asiatic language. They did not describe that in third party. This is not like we're in French and we're describing something in third party. No. They described it in Afro-Asiatic. What Afro-Asiatic is an Afro-Asiatic language. One more time. They're not Afro-Asiatic. Use Afro-Asiatic language to describe Afro-Asiatic language. One more time in case you're, it's getting late. I'm not going. But non-Afro-Asiatics coined all the Afro-Asiatic stuff and subdivided and said, out of our subdivisions, this is Afro-Asiatic stuff, and here we are. You can't get out of that headlock. Because we're not Afro-Asiatic. We're the sons of God. Duh. Who he give dominion to, stupid? Till next time. Like, Adam named all things. Otto named everything. And you still talking in Otto's language. Like that. Like that type of dominion. Like a king's dominion. Like an emperor's dominion. Like, you better fucking talk our language, nigga. Bitch ass niggas.